What's going on, y'all, and welcome on in. Today's video, we're going to mainly cover the GISELLE preview, give our first impressions. Her kit looks absolutely crazy. She looks good too. Yeah, we'll go over all that stuff. On top of that, there was no live stream with Mashu. It was actually canceled. And to be honest, I took a quick look at what's in the update. Not too much, guys. Rainy season ending. I think some bug fixes. And then they showed some side story stuff. But overall, not really too big of a deal. So mainly, let's just cover the GISELLE first impressions. On top of that, the box for your free leaves and gold. The password is Frame of Light. So make sure y'all claim that up. And without further ado, let's get into the GISELLE first impressions. Real quick before we watch this video together, guys, don't forget that Winter will be leaving today. If y'all are watching this video ASAP upon release, as of recording, Winter will still be available, I think, like 12 hours or so. Just make sure y'all don't miss out. I know some people are waiting on the fence. If you haven't decided to use your Aespa bookmarks, one more time, I think Winter is definitely worth it. If you play PvP and the fact that her and her artifacts are limited, you should try to get one of each if possible. I know if you're free to play, that may not always be possible. Maybe you guys want to just save for GISELLE after watching this, but definitely just make sure y'all understand she is leaving today. It's her last chance, so don't miss out. All right, let's go ahead and watch this GISELLE preview together, guys. We got that classic beat. Loving it.
You're tripping.
You're tripping.
I go easy on you.
Pretty nice S3 animation. Very cool.
Hi guys, I'm ae-GISELLE. Whatever language you speak, I'm sure we can be great friends.
Speaking of language, not the biggest fan of the English one, but it was the same with Winter. I did listen to them in Korean and Japanese, and I think they sound really good there. But I've actually been playing on English anyway, so we'll see. Maybe it'll grow on me. But, guys, real quick, before we watch these skills and look at her stats, what do y'all think about GISELLE's looks-wise? I'm really curious. Which one is your favorite so far? I expect a lot of y'all, the fan favorite will be GISELLE now, just based on looks, and as well as Ning Ning. But the funny thing is, I actually prefer Winter, and I think I'm actually going to really like Karina as well. So I might have the unpopular opinion. But talk to me, especially my new Aespa fans and then my OGs. You know I always want to hear from y'all. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. Hero introduction for GISELLE. ae-GISELLE. All right, so linguistic genius who is fluent in any language. All right. The base stats, guys, this is very interesting here. So she's a Earth Mage Scorpio, and she actually has very high offensive stats with one glaring weakness, of course, the speed. Pretty low base speed. Just a quick spoiler, she's definitely an aggressive style mage, so probably going to be using aggressive or cleave comps probably. And then very high attack, crit chance, and she even has some crit damage, which is sort of rare, but very high crit chance, and just the only really weakness is the speed, but it's a little bit addressed in the way they designed her. You'll see what I mean here in just a sec when we look at the skills. On top of that, her imprint release and her concentration are both attack, which is always good, especially for this kind of unit. So imprints, especially the first one, remember guys, the first imprint, if y'all do end up really liking GISELLE and you have some extra bookmarks, you want to fish for an extra imprint, the first one is, you know, very, very nice. So you get an extra bonus is what I'm trying to say. But yeah. All right, so far stats look very good, guys. Let's go ahead and scroll ahead and check out this first skill, Frame of Light. That's one we watched in the intro, right, where she does a little square thing. So let's see here, guys. 4 turns after cooldown. Excuse me, after Mola's. Attacks the enemy with light before increasing the attack. So this is very important. If we read it as written, guys, she actually, and we'll watch the skills to double check, or we'll actually watch the preview, but she actually will do the damage before giving her attack up. So she can't self-attack up, at least for the skill 3 damage, but then for her skill 1, you know, she'll have that attack buff, as well as the ally with the highest attack, except for the caster for 2 turns. So not only does she give her self-attack up, she'll also give it to the ally with the highest attack. So definitely some utility, not just a selfish damage dealer. She already is showing she has some utility. And if you have attack for 2 units on top of doing damage, right? Aggressive, and then bring more aggressive units with her, double down. When the enemy's not on a leader boss monster, damage sharing effects are ignored. Okay, very nice. So she'll ignore things like Escort from Arwelpera and Aureus, obviously. When the enemy's defeated, grants an extra turn to the caster. Very powerful. And you're going to see here, guys, I think a lot of times she will be able to get that extra kill. You might need to give her attack up, and you might need to give her CR push, but there's a lot of units that can do that, right? Auxiliary lots, Amelia, Ning Ning, which we just got. A lot of units that can do that, and then she'll give her self-attack up as well, plus another unit too. So it's kind of like she'll be the secondary unit, essentially. Maybe a bridge, as some players put it. But she'll be, you know, high damage with some utility. So let's go ahead and watch the animation one more time because I thought it was so sick. And let's also check the damage. Let's also make sure, guys, that she gives attack up after.
Extra turn to the caster.
Yeah, wait. Hold on. So I think in this preview here, let's watch it from the beginning.
When the enemy is defeated, grants an extra.
I think we can't see it fully. She already had attack up, but I think that was from Ning Ning. And then she just, yeah, so she actually gets, it is confirmed here, guys. You see the attack buff that happens after the damage, but she already had attack up from Ning Ning. And then she gives it to the, what's her name? Sylvian as well. Sage Vivian. And then she's actually using her own artifact. All right, so here's the skill 2 pass. This is what I meant, where even though she has low base speed, there's a lot of combat readiness push, not just single target push, but you have like group CR push as well. There's a lot of units that can do that. You'll just have to build around those kind of comps because remember, her base speed is pretty low at 103. It's actually very low. So Linguistic Wisdom, it amplifies the effect of combat readiness, increases the caster's increases the caster receives by 50%, which is a lot. And then at the start of the turn, this is also very cool. She has a 100% chance after skill enhancement or Mola to dispel 1 debuff. So anything annoying that happens to, you know, apply to her, I think in the video they show like attack down from whatever, a lot of times Silius, Conqueror Lilius, whatever it might be, she'll remove that. So even if you're using an attack up that doesn't have like a cleanse necessarily, I guess like Ning Ning, then yeah, she doesn't need that. She'll just dispels 1 debuff 100% every time she takes a turn, which is pretty cool. I like that ability. It seems pretty powerful here on top of the combat readiness. So, is there a skill animation? I think they're just going to show Ning Ning activating her. Let's watch it.
Turn has up to a 100% chance to dispel 1 debuff.
Yeah, so she did have that attack down, right, guys, from the Conqueror Lilius, and then she clears it with that Linguistic Wisdom. And I think this is the same clip where, yeah, she's going to skill 3 right after.
Skill 1.
All right, guys, this is the insane one. So I did watch a little bit before. This isn't truly the first impression. Sometimes I will just straight up watch it together with you guys for the first time blind. But I did glance through it because I was just too excited. And oh my god. So one quick disclaimer. We might have time to watch a few clips since we're only reviewing her. We'll take a look at the highlight reel that they've been including, which I like. But guys, this Surging Light hits like a truck. I can't believe it. Wait, you'll see the damage here in just a second. We'll talk about it. And remember that those highlight reels, the arena clips, those aren't always indicative. Let's wait to see the multipliers, but oh my god. It's kind of crazy. All right, so Surging Light attacks the enemy, increases combat readiness of the ally with the highest attack, except for the caster by 10%. So she doesn't even combat readiness push herself, which definitely aligns with, you know, the utility role that they're kind of including. She gives attack up to another unit, as well as giving combat readiness to another unit after she skill 1s. So the game plan is try to nuke something with skill 3, give yourself an attack up to lead into the skill 1 that hits like a truck, give attack up to another damaging unit, whatever other cleave aggro unit you want to bring. And then on top of that, you'll also push that unit even more. So definitely like a utility. We push someone into Giselle, like a Ning Ning, Amelia auxiliary lots, and then Giselle pushes another unit, essentially. A little bit of a push. Damage dealt increases proportional to the target's current health ratio. This is kind of a new mechanic, guys, and if someone knows exactly how it works, let me know. Do we have another example units? I feel like we've had units that kind of have this current health ratio, but sometimes I think the wording is different. Essentially, though, what I'm guessing here, guys, and based on the damage, it just means that the higher... It's like the max HP that the current target... I don't know, is Zeo similar to this, boys? Anyways, the higher health the unit has, the more damage it's going to do. But it's not the actual like numbers. It's like their current max HP. That's why they say ratio. But regardless, just understand, guys, this thing hits like insanely hard. Like a dang truck, man. Let's watch.
Surging Light.
Let's skip forward here. Let's see the animation. I think the animation is pretty cool, too. She just slaps him with like a giant like wall. Surging Light door frame. Just slaps the enemy in like, oh my god. Look at this, boys. 20k to an R wall. Didn't one-shot her. And that's not even the crazy part. There's some higher numbers. I think if we have time, in case we don't have time, guys, there's a skill 1. I think she one-shots a Robbie in the highlight reel in the preview.
This is damaged out.
But yeah, she just throws a door at you. That did almost 20k. S1, guys. S1 did 20k.
ae-GISELLE's artifact, Frame of Light.
All right, here we go. So here's the exclusive art. Let's talk about this now. Art looks amazing, right? Guys, Giselle definitely looks good. Special frame that glows translucently. It can completely mobilize anyone who's touched by the frame. And by immobilize, they mean straight up just kill you. Because this thing hits too hard. When attacking with a single attack, increases damage dealt by 8. And that's up to 16%. 12% at plus 15, guys. And the soul part is always the same. So that's nice. This is actually not too whaley of an artifact. Because the second part definitely... It doesn't scale, excuse me. Just the first part with the damage. And 12%... you know, the difference between 12 and 16. This is kind of nice. It's not too much of a whaley artifact. If you guys do decide to use it, you'll get 12% at plus 15 if you have one single copy. And then you still have that bonus effect where you'll get 10 souls after you just nuke an enemy, either through the skill 3 or maybe the follow-up skill 1, depending on what happens. But yes, guys, I think this is definitely a nice artifact for her. That being said, though, mage arties are always mega contested. I expect maybe some people are going to try to like one-shot Bellion, and then you can get souls that way. But I don't know. I think most players that want to play this aggressive style are still going to pre-ban Bellion. Maybe for like arena guild war purposes, we have some use. But otherwise, yeah, I think you ban Bellion and maybe just take books still. But I think this definitely has potential, and it's really interesting. So definitely a nice artifact. Probably the one that we're going to see most use out of, because Winters and Ning Nings, even though they're both, well, Winters is kind of whatever, but Ning Nings especially has potential. Just no one can really use it right now besides Elena. But I think this one will see quite a bit of use, as there are some single target mages out there, like Giselle and maybe Melissa. But like I said, the mage artifact slot is so contested. Who knows if it's actually going to get used. But I would definitely pick up one. It does seem pretty powerful. All right, guys, there's the end.
Aespa's linguistic genius.
Just wanted to watch that S3 again. All right, let's take a look at some of the clips. All right, combat demo. I'm just going to scroll around a bit, but I just want to show you all the damage. And we can also, you know, take an idea of what Smilegate intended for this unit. So looking at the team comp, right, we have the Ning Ning for the CR push, the attack up. She's going to cleanse her own attack. And then we have another, you know, damaging unit in the form of Sage Vivian to go right after. There we go. We're going to push up the Giselle, who is kind of slow on the bar, right? There we go. She makes the frame. One-shots this shoe, 25,000. Frame of Light, they're using the artifact, right? They get the souls. And then she one-shots the ROL, guys. How much did that one do? Hold on, I missed it. Oh, I think that's the same clip. So it didn't. Is it? Anyways, 19.6k. We one-shot that.
You shouldn't have come here.
I need to see, guys, if the follow-up... Let me see if the follow-up damage, how much it does to the Ravi. So the AI auto hits here into the Sylvian with the Insight passive, right? We survived that. Bad Cat Arm and proc. Get some stuns, okay. That's going to enable our Giselle to get another turn here. You know, let's cycle through the Sylvian. Bad Cat Arm and turn again. I'm swimming into the Silius. Okay, does kill her, does provoke. All right, guys, so let's see. The APOC is pretty much full health, missing what, like 5%? 16k here. Now remember, she does have crit damage up now from the Sylvian, so this is inflated a little bit. Attack up plus crit damage up.
I'm ready. I gotcha.
So we did, yeah, she pretty much healed that up. She's still at like 95% or maybe even higher. So we're going to Soul Burn now. 32.5k damage. Now that is a lot of buffs, and that is with Soul Burn. But oh my god, man. Let's go around, guys. Let me find one more clip here. Let's see. So we're fighting a... yes, we're fighting a Paracomp now. So this time we're using Oxlots, right? And we have Melissa as the follow-up. So we lead with skill 3. Once again, I think... Are we going for the shoe? Yep. We're just targeting these shoe comps. 35,000 damage now. Oh my goodness. Because remember, guys, we ignored the escort, right, on the skill 3. I'm going to scroll through the Melissa turns here. She's just going to cycle between skill 3 and skill 2. Do some good damage here to the Meru. Melissa counterattack. Should do some good damage here, but we survive. We actually got this reset from the Spirit's Breath. We're actually pushing a Melissa instead of the Giselle. Which is kind of weird for a showcase, but I get it. This is technically better. Wait, guys, hold on. I think I missed something here. Where did the Senya go? That's what I wanted to see. Did I skip through too far? Hold on, boys. Last thing we'll watch together. I want to see the Senya. Okay, there it is. So remember, Senya, we did hit the 50-50 to critter. But, yeah. Oh my god, man. This one definitely is going through escort, right? It doesn't ignore damage sharing, unless I missed it. That's just a skill 3. Throws the door frame, 22,000 to a Senya. One shot, man. My God. All right, we'll wrap it up there, guys. Overall, I think super, super powerful kit if you can make use of the certain team comps. And there are some cleaves, right, that do use this sort of like single target units. The problem is, though, those single target comps a lot of times don't want to bring activatable skills because there's a lot of units that punish, you know, skill usage. So we'll see how she pans out. But I think definitely for Arena Guild Wars, there are going to be so many guys. You guys are going to have a blast on the showcases. Her damage is obscene. And then we'll see where she pans out in RTA. But definitely her kit seems very, very powerful if you can sort of set up those, you know, combat readiness pushes that she wants. Then she's going to kill, cycle, provide utility in form of attack up, do some insane damage on skill 1. Oh, my God. All right. Well, looks-wise, amazing. Gameplay-wise, could be amazing as well. We'll wait to see. Definitely exciting, though. Remember, she comes out next week. All right, guys. We'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.